Hello, I'm Troy Warner. I'm a business agent for Local 153. When I came on staff for our local, I quickly learned how much of what transpires in the office revolves around the different benefit plans and the legal aspects of running and managing a union. Unions have almost as much regulation as a nuclear power plant, no joke. These are not situations that you want someone to jump into without the proper training and experience. Even after a year and a half, I still have trouble with the different situations with which our members need assistance on a daily basis. When I came into the union office, I had two goals. One was to increase the use of technology to improve the communications between the office and our members. I've strived to make more options and easier options for you to get information to us and for us to get information to you. I've got a lot of positive feedback from members on this topic, and it seems overwhelming in favor of it. It's even gotten a little recognition for the local from the ILO, though some may say that's a bad thing. The second and the most important goal, in which some ways ties to the first goal, is increasing the unity of our union. I don't care how good your skills, your knowledge, and your attitude are. If it was not for the fact that we as a union collectively bargain and stick together, none of us would make the wages and benefits that we do. The weaker the union is, the weaker we all are. It's that simple. I know that the statement, united we stand and divided we beg, seems like a cliche to most, but I firmly believe that as much as I believe in anything. We all have to stand together. One time I was on a large crew of 12 or 14 guys and gals. We were working 14 to 16 hour days, 7 days a week. The whole crew was burned out. Now and again, during our shift, we were taking turns getting a little break and shutting our eyes for 15 minutes or so. Well, one day, one of us got caught, and the boss wanted to fire him right on the spot. A couple of the older journeymen, they stepped forward and said that if our co-worker was fired, then they were going to have to be fired too, because they had done the exact same thing just a little bit earlier. Us younger guys caught on real quick and admitted that we had done it also, so they were going to have to get checks for the whole crew. Why did we do it? Because it was about what was right. It was about sticking together and making sure that someone did not have to go home and tell his wife that he had lost his job that day for a bullshit reason. Every non-union electrician I talked to would love to never have to go into their boss's office and beg for a raise or a decrease in the cost of their medical care ever again. We take it for granted that we don't have to do it. For them, that's usually their biggest issue. It's that unity and the ability to bargain as a whole that gives us that leg up. That's what it's all about, sticking together and doing what's right. That's what we're out there trying to do the best we can to live, to work, and raise a family. Without each other, we got a whole lot less than we got now. That is what your local union staff, Mike, Bill, Jay, and myself do. We work to rally the troops and stand up when nobody else will stand up. When we have to stand up, it's not as quick and easy as when a whole crew does it. And usually, if the crew had done it, it wouldn't have gotten to us. Usually when it gets to us, it involves lawyers, regulations, paperwork, and a bunch of pissed off people. But we do it day in and day out. Grenades roll into that union office, and sometimes we got time to hurl them back. But sometimes we got to jump on them and cover them. We deal with them. I know that unity won't solve all of our problems. Right now, the lack of work isn't going to be solved easily. Construction in our jurisdiction is down over 65% from 2008. That's construction dollars spent according to the area building departments. Some areas are down as much as 80%. Goshen, Warsaw, even Mishawaka. As soon as the word recession started to sprout up, late 2008, early in 2009, the non-union cut their pay and their benefits. We've countered some of these cuts with some creative market recovery ideas. I know they're not popular with everybody, but they are working. We've gotten some jobs with targeting dollars that we would have never gotten. Andrews University, we're doing a job there for the first time as long as anybody can remember. The general worker, though much debated, is getting some contractors on projects such as fast food restaurants and apartment buildings, which our contractors had all but given up on even trying to bid. So far, these jobs I've tracked, about half of the hours for the projects are for journeyman wiremen. These are hours that would not have been worked if not for the ability to lower crew rates with a residential wireman or a general worker on the crew. Do these programs get abused? Of course, everything we have gets abused, from the tool list to apprenticeship ratios and beginning work before start time. It's up to all of us to ensure that the rules are followed, and this is no exception. When we have members that are willing to break the rules, those rules will be broken now, no matter how diligent and tough your staff is. In addition to the market recovery tools, we continue to work to do what we can to make sure that all codes, rules, statutes, and laws are followed and enforced with the non-union contractors. When we find violations, we make sure that the customers, the inspectors, and the government agencies are informed. We agitate, we instigate, and organize where we find strategic opportunities. We are on a first-name basis with the building department commissioners and some of the folks with the Department of Labor. There are currently investigations into wage violations ongoing by the Department of Labor at both the Elko, or the Warner Theater, and the South Bend Regional Airport. This job is trying. Any job with almost 1,000 bosses would be. Team Compton considers and balances all aspects of the union and how it affects all members. What's done is what's best for the greater good of all of 153. The team of Mike, Bill, Jay, and myself will continue to stand up for what is right and strive for the involvement of all the union for the betterment of all of our local. So I'm asking you to please vote on June 24th for Team Compton, the team with the experience and the leadership to take this union further. We are here to serve you. Thank you.